It was a quiet morning in the small seaside town of Willow Bay. The soft chime of the cafe doorbell echoed as sunlight spilled across polished wooden floors. Emma wiped her hands on her apron, smiling gently as she served the regular his coffee. Her life had found a rhythm, a piece she built from scratch, one cup of coffee and one act of courage at a time. But that piece shattered the moment he walked in. Standing by the door, tall and sharply dressed in a navy suit, was the last person she ever expected to see again. His dark eyes scanned the cafe, unaware of how every heartbeat in the room seemed to freeze. Emma's breath caught. It had been 6 years since she'd last seen Noah Carter, the man who once promised forever, then vanished when she needed him most. Noah, now a powerful CEO of Carter Industries, had come to this quiet town for a business meeting. He never thought fate would pull him into a small cafe on a random Tuesday morning, right into the arms of the past he thought he had buried. As he stepped forward, his gaze met hers. Time seemed to fold in on itself. Memories both sweet and painful flooded back, laughter under city lights, dreams whispered in the dark, and the night he walked away, convinced he had nothing left to give. Emma. He breathed, barely above a whisper. Before she could respond, a small voice broke through the silence. "Mommy, can I have more sprinkles on my cupcake?" A little girl with curly chestnut hair and wide hazel eyes tugged at Emma's apron. Noah turned toward her, his heart stumbling in his chest. Those eyes, they were his. The girl blinked up at him, innocent and curious. Then, with a soft gasp, she tilted her head. "Mommy," she said, pointing at Noah, "why does that man look like me?" Emma froze, her hands trembling. Noah's breath hitched. His world tilted off its axis. 6 years earlier. Emma and Noah had been inseparable once. He was a driven young entrepreneur, building his empire brick by brick, while she was a struggling art student working 2 jobs to pay her tuition. They met at a gallery in New York. She spilled coffee on his shirt, he laughed instead of getting angry, and something sparked. Their love grew fast, wild, and deep. But as Noah's company began to rise, so did the pressure. Investors, late nights, and sleepless deadlines began to swallow him whole. When Emma found out she was pregnant, she thought it would be their new beginning. Instead, it became their breaking point. Noah panicked. He convinced himself he wasn't ready, that his empire would crumble if he lost focus. In a moment of weakness, he told her he couldn't do it, couldn't be a father, couldn't be the man she needed. So he left. Emma cried for weeks. She tried to reach out, but Noah had cut ties completely. When her messages went unanswered, she packed her dreams and left the city. With nowhere else to go, she moved to Willow Bay, the town her grandmother once called home. It was there she gave birth to her daughter, Lily, a tiny miracle with her father's eyes and her mother's smile. Life wasn't easy. Emma worked tirelessly, washing dishes in the morning, painting signs at night, until she saved enough to open her own cafe. Lily's Corner, she called it, a place filled with warmth, kindness, and second chances. For years, she built a life for 2, believing she would never see Noah again. Back to the present. Noah knelt slowly, his eyes glistening as he looked at the child. "What's your name, sweetheart?" he asked softly. "I'm Lily," she said proudly. "I'm 5. Mommy says I was her best surprise ever." Emma's eyes welled with tears. She wanted to run, to hide, to protect her daughter from the storm she saw brewing in Noah's eyes. But Lily, unaware of the tension, giggled and offered him a sprinkle-covered cupcake. Do you want one, mister? Noah's throat tightened. I'd love one, he whispered. As the day went on, Noah stayed. He asked questions about the cafe, about Lily's favorite color, about how Emma had been. But every answer came with the ache of lost years, the weight of choices he couldn't undo. When the cafe finally emptied, Emma sat across from him, hands folded tightly. Why now, Noah, why after all these years? He exhaled, eyes filled with remorse. I thought I was doing the right thing back then. I told myself you'd be better off without me. But I was wrong. Every success, every award, every boardroom victory, it all meant nothing. I lost the only things that ever mattered. Emma's voice trembled. You broke me, Noah. You left me to raise our daughter alone. Tears glimmered in his eyes. I know. And I'll spend the rest of my life trying to make it right, if you'll let me. Just, please, let me be in her life. Emma looked away, heart torn between the past and the present. She had built her strength on being independent, on surviving without him. But when she saw Lily laughing as she played with cupcake wrappers, something inside her softened. Lily deserved to know her father, not the man who left, but the one who came back willing to stay. In the weeks that followed, Noah visited often. He helped Emma fix the cafe's leaky roof, read Lily bedtime stories, and slowly began rebuilding trust brick by fragile brick. Emma tried to keep her guard up, but Noah's sincerity was undeniable. He wasn't the reckless, fearful man she once knew. He had changed. Life had humbled him, and fatherhood had grounded him. One evening, as they closed the cafe together, Noah turned to her. I don't expect forgiveness overnight, he said quietly. But if there's even a small chance, I want to earn my place not just in Lily's life, but in yours too. Emma stared at him, tears gathering again. You already have a place, she whispered. It just took us both a long time to find it. Months later. The cafe buzzed with laughter and light. Lily sat between her parents, coloring a picture of a family, 3 smiling faces under a bright yellow sun. Emma glanced at Noah, and he smiled, a real, genuine smile filled with gratitude. For the first time in years, Emma felt whole. Not because Noah had returned, but because she had learned to forgive herself, him, and the past that shaped them. Life had broken them once, but love, true, patient, and brave, had brought them home again. And as Lily proudly held up her drawing, saying, Look, Mommy, Daddy, it's us. Emma knew their story wasn't about what they lost, but everything they found again.